Welcome to Game Does Play Games, where we play games while talking game design, and we are playing Unworthy.
Or Unworthy Shepherd. I mean...
He thinks they're Shepherd, but it doesn't say it in the title.
That might be how the developer refers to the beta testers, or alpha testers, because this is alpha 104, I think. So this is a game that's in development, but you guys can also sign up for the alpha testing if you're interested. But this is basically 2D pixel Dark Souls in rough terms.
Yeah, just about. Alex Kuzmanovic?
Kuzmanovic?
I'm not really sure if it's thick.
That's the developer of the game, but there's a website for Unworthy in the description below. So
I love this title screen. It's really nice. I like that skull.
That's what initially drew me to this game. He was sharing GIFs of the game on some like indie promo groups that I'm in, and I was just like, this art and pixel animation is gorgeous. Like even with just the plain monochromatic themes, I was like, this works so well, and I'm partial to monochromatic games to begin with. So
it's just that guy's head fell off.
Didn't he like
bone will break,
get hit in the head?
Blood will spill, flesh will rot. No, he's carrying a body. He threw the body down, or at least I assume it was a body, and then he kneeled down, and then his head just fell off.
Oh.
And now
we are his corpse.
We are the crow.
We are the crow.
All right.
So we're in the Boneyard.
Right.
So
So we can move. We can roll.
Mm-hmm.
No jump, but a roll. We can attack.
You can combo attacks too.
Boom.
Which is super important. And we have a little stamina meter, and obviously the white bars are health.
There's like a little shield too, where you can absorb a blow. And
now there is one thing Who can have you, little lamb? Come, join the flock, have you? Many have marched the path before you, little lamb. Many have perished. The shepherds have seen fit to bless you with a blade and bulwark. Such gifts should not be squandered. You will find occasional comfort behind bulwark. Such comforts are fleeting and should be revered as such. The little lamb must learn to pace her attacks and avoid danger with well-timed rolls, or may soon find herself by the wolf's teeth. Heed my teachings, or find yourself rotting at the wolf's teeth. Didn't you just say that?
What were you gonna say?
So the one thing I will say about the art, I don't know how I feel. You notice how there's this like mist effect?
Mm-hmm.
That is the only non-pixel thing.
Yeah, it does kind of stick out.
Now, I think it still reads pretty well, right? But
it's hard to do mist, not pixeled.
Yeah, it's almost virtually impossible to do well. So it's like, I don't know if I want to complain about it.
You could minimize it so it's tinier pixels and then give it a transparency effect.
Yeah.
But that won't necessarily read well.
Yeah, I think this reads better. It's like, man, I'm so conflicted because it looks better than it probably would without the mist effect, you know?
Yeah.
So we also have a shield. If you notice that icon in the upper left corner, it will deflect one hit, but if the shield isn't recharged, then you start taking damage.
Dang. He's still shooting at me. I can't see him and he's still shooting at me.
Yeah, man. You gotta dodge those shots and kill the archers quick.
Yeah. That's tough to bring them both right at you. Alright.
Well, and this is the easiest part of the game, so it only gets harder from here. Now, don't worry too much. You'll be able to heal later too. You actually
no,
that's your first death. You have potions. I'm not sure how you use them. That actually might. I think those potions in your inventory, I think those will heal you.
Oh, and you can actually switch your item stuff. I remember now. Okay,
yes.
Let's not die this time. That was to show you what happens when you lose all your health.
Haha!
Now you know, little lamb. All right. Nope.
There you go. Yeah, with a lot of these guys, it's best to just kind of like cut them down as quick as you can, and they're stunned while you're hitting them. Unless it's a boss.
I was gonna say I'm used to the idea of Dark Souls where they're not stunned when you hit them.
Oh, and much like Dark Souls.
Returned.
So sin is your experience, right? And in Dark Souls, it's your souls. But when you die, you leave it where you died.
or generally like a few steps behind where you died, just in case it's impossible to get otherwise.
Oh, I gained a level.
Yeah, you level up, so that's why the screen flickered black.
What does that mean?
It means something. I think it means stat increases. Pause the game, if you will. So it probably increases your health and stamina, maybe damage and armor. So we can look at these numbers and compare it next time you hit a level.
All right. 82, 61, 10, 115. Relics.
Oh.
Shard.
I didn't know you had
Token
any
of the
relics.
past. A time once lost.
So you can equip... Oh, maybe it's runes. So you can find runes later on, and they're like... They're changes that happen to your character while they're equipped. It's actually really cool. Oh, and little blurbs for each of the enemies, too.
Pretty cool. All right. Let's do this. So once it's just a couple of mechanics to take advantage of. Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, what up?
Let's do this. Let's do this. Who wants some? Who wants some? Who wants some? Ah, you jerk.
If you combo your attacks too, you do like the 3-swing thing, you'll deal more damage to them too. Yeah.
It's risky. Boom. All right.
But yeah, I really like the art in this game. I think the animations are very fluid, especially for the pixel resolution that they chose, because it's pretty pixely, you know. And I feel like a lot of games go for a slightly higher resolution. You gotta hit that lever.
You can't.
Hit it, slice it.
Oh.
I guess it's a little counterintuitive.
Well, because before there was a lever and I was trying to press it and it wasn't activating, so instead I just went over to the cog and I was able to activate the cog just by moving up to it.
That makes sense. It's probably because the elevator was already down, so you didn't need to hit the lever.
I mean, now it makes sense. It's just originally...
So maybe it would have been better had they done it the other way around, where you have to hit the lever the first time, and the second time you leave the lever, or you leave the elevator up.
Did I just... Okay, wait, so I have a chance of going down or going right?
Yep, so basically you have two paths you can take right now. I recommend, depending on how it's changed since I last tested this, I would go right first.
Okay.
It's the easier of the two paths, and it'll give you more stuff that you'll need later on.
Boom. What up?
But I really like that they introduced branching paths almost immediately in this game, because it's hard. Like, Dark Souls is very successful because there's a lot of exploration to it. And so much so that they never tell you where to go, ever, which also makes that game incredibly difficult.
Yep.
There's a guy.
Oh, what up, baby? What you doing? Get out of here.
Oh, there you go.
Level up. All right, so it was 82, so we gained 1. 61, we gained 1.
You gained 1 of everything.
Yeah.
Except maybe a little bit more in armor. I think you had like 110 in armor before.
So it seemed like I gained more armor, but...
1 health, 1 stamina, 1 damage.
1 damage. Hey, the 1 point of damage might actually...
I mean, if your damage was 10 before and now it's 11, that's it's still a 10% increase, so...
It's, too, it was... Oh, okay. I, was almost... It was taking me like 3 solid hits to kill archers before, and then I almost was able to kill it in 2 hits. And so now I probably should be able to kill the archers in 2 hits.
Oh, okay, so...
I don't want to use that.
No, you do want to use that.
Oh, but
that's your
kills me to
checkpoint.
But it's also a full health point. Oh, whatever.
What?
Last time I used it, I gained... or went back to full health.
Yeah, why is that a bad thing?
It's not a thing that just gets used up.
No.
I was expecting it to be a used up health kind of thing.
Yeah, kindling in this is much like finding a campfire or bonfire in Dark Souls. You refill all of your health, all of your healing items, and it's a checkpoint. So if you die, you'll spawn there instead.
Okay, so there's no like teleportation kind of to the...
No. Now the downside of using it is that it's going to cause enemies to respawn.
Oh.
But that also allows you to farm enemies if you need to level up.
Oh, that's fair. Oh, okay.
Which I think this game does a pretty good job at not requiring you to farm. I have had some points where I did farm just so that I could make sure that I could use certain things. And occasionally they drop items too. Like that. You just picked up rotting flesh.
I was just gonna say.
Yeah, see if there's anything over there. Every now and then there is.
There's an element of like a Metroidvania without there actually being the platform aspect to it. The map reminds me a lot of it. Is this going to be an enemy?
That's a really good comparison. Nah, he's actually just an NPC.
What's up, baby? She rolled through the dirt trying to put out those terrible flames. She almost did. Alas, she was a mongrel until the bitter end. All right. Pleasant talk.
Everyone's so happy and chipper. It's so nice.
But yeah, like,
Here we go. Boss time.
You can't escape now. This is my ball I made from. Oh, is that another person there? Yep.
I don't think they'll do anything. That's just a. There you go.
Attack the wall. All right. No
You're
luck.
stuck. You gotta kill this guy.
Yeah.
Shoo it, devourer of light.
Okay, good. I can.
Yeah. Fortunately, this guy, you can, if you get on the opposite, like on his back when he's doing the swing, you're totally out of his range. So it's very like, yeah, exactly. That's kind of the trick with him. And it gets harder as it goes on because you'll find as his health decreases, he kind of changes forms in that he uses new attacks like that.
Okay.
But you've done a spectacular job at not taking damage. I'm actually very surprised.
Burn! I'm burning! Roll. Yeah. Rolling. Okay.
Ooh. You might want to use your item. However you do that. We probably should have figured that out before the boss fight.
Oh, no, I know how.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you can take another hit before you really need to.
Like that.
Ooh.
Full health? Oh. Okay.
Almost. I think it's like half health.
Come on.
So I think this is a really good first boss because he's kind of slow. He kind of teaches you how they expect you to combat the bosses in this game. And he's still very difficult, so he's kind of like sticking to the overall tone of the game, you know?
He definitely teaches you to be patient. Crap.
And that's kind of like a huge part of what makes the Dark Souls design style work, right? Is that you have to be patient. There's no way you can beat that game if you...
Oh. What'd I get hit by? Did the wall burn me?
He summoned fire from the wall. Like, he went... and then...
That's another fun aspect of the Dark Souls design. Is the surprise.
So here's one thing I will say is a level design thing. The Kindle is behind this passageway. So it means that every time we die at the boss battle, we have to go back down the passageway, fight these couple of guys here, go back up the elevator, and then go do the boss battle. Now, I think the reason for that level design is to encourage the player to grind before they go fight that boss. So no matter what, they're slowly building up experience. Well, now you lost your experience that you had at the boss.
Oh, so I shouldn't have just, like, given up there.
Let yourself die? Yeah. Now you're just back to straight up 0.
I'm at level 2.
Well, yeah,
But
you
the
use
experience I had accumulated up to that point.
Yeah, I guess it's not experience. That's sin is, I guess, currency. So I guess I kind of misspoke. But
yeah, because I still have experience.
Yeah, so the sin you use to buy things, which is still pretty nice.
Oh my god.
So yeah, I think the point of these guys is to like slowly accumulate more sin in between, like, because you're gonna get 150, and then you go to the boss and you pick up the sin that you lost there. So no matter what, you're always slowly progressing.
You're moving forward no matter what. Yeah, that makes sense.
Now, my concern with this layout, though, is that it forces the player to go through this passageway every single time. So if you're dying a lot, it's a lot of time to keep going back and forth.
That could get frustrating.
It would almost be nicer to just have the player grind a lot before they even enter the boss battle. So if, say you have say you could go down and grind or just skip going down entirely, like maybe after you go back up the second elevator and you go above ground, if you could knock down a wall and create like a shortcut, so you could go back down and grind if you want, but you're not forced to go down that passageway if you feel that you are ready for the boss battle. But
I could see it. It's harder. Yeah, there we go. It's harder
good.
to pull that off when you. Crap, he got me with that. It's harder to pull that off without like a maneuver mechanic like jumping. Only because then it feels like I didn't mean to use that potion. It feels
it's
like
okay. You needed it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I didn't know you were gonna.
Yeah, he starts using that a lot more.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh, get out of there.
I tried to roll. No. Oh.
Yeah, the trick definitely with the bosses in this game comes down to making sure you roll the right direction. And once you learn that, then the game plays a lot easier, at least when it comes down to the bosses. If we play this long enough to get to the second boss, that will be even more true.
Speaking of that, perhaps we should continue this in the next episode.
Yes.
I'm running a little bit over, so.
Cool. So, question of the day. I'd say design an enemy for this. Or is that too soon?
Probably too soon. I think just a mechanics question. How do you feel about there being you recovering back full potions every single time you respawn? I maybe that's a little specific, but
or Kindle. You get those back when you Kindle too.
Okay, so
it's the question of like, should it just be like your health, and those health potions are basically an extension of your health, just in a different form? Would it be better to just give you more health? Or how does having the potions kind of make the overall system more interesting?
we'll work with that. We'll type it better in the comments below.
Yeah, the reason I say it that way though is because the Dark Souls design, it does a lot of very interesting things by having that relationship, and I think it comes across in
Unworthy here?
Unworthy. Thank you. I kept wanting to say unshepherd, and I was like, that's not right.
Not unshepherd. Well, that's what's happened to me every time I fought this boss.
Yeah.
All right, well, next time, be sure to vote.
Vote in the thing if what you want us to play next, and we will see you in the next episode. You're terrible.